leapt to use the news to mock the U.S. I am checking around on several different websites here. We're checking with the Associated Press. We're checking Twitter on several different official. Oh, I believe it just happened there. That was it. Live, raw, and unfiltered. It appears that China spy balloon has now been shot down over the Atlantic Ocean. You are taking a live look here, live, raw, and unfiltered, as that balloon appears to be heading downward after it has been shot down. So we have been watching this all throughout the day here on Live Now from Fox. If you have been here with us, you've been watching, honestly, at this point, just to see exactly what happens. And it appears that we have now gotten our answer. It looks as though it has been shot down there right over the Atlantic. Not sure on the exact location, but as we mentioned, it is coming down as we speak there. This is just one example of here at Live Now from Fox. If you do join us, you can check out livenowfox.com. We are always on breaking news 24/7. So when you do have something like this that is happening, you can watch it live, raw, and unfiltered right here. I am going to leave this image up here as we watch it. This is over Myrtle Beach, the Surfside Beach, South Carolina area where this is all ongoing, as Fox News Channel providing us this image, this camera that does show that Chinese spy balloon has been shot down by, I guess, the call of President Biden, you could say. He had the option to either shoot it down or let it just keep going out of U.S. airspace, and it appears that he has now chosen to shoot it down. And what I'm doing is working to change what it says there on the bottom of your screen to let everyone know that it does appear that China spy balloon has now been shot down over the Atlantic. And this is, if you are just joining us, this is actually a camera that is over the Myrtle Beach area, and it is provided to us by Fox News. They have been out here, as we have, covering this around the clock. And there it goes. It does appear that it was shot down, and now it's just traveling downward toward the Atlantic. We know there was some coordination effort going on because the goal is to actually see the U.S. able to collect whatever was in that balloon as it does come crashing down into the Atlantic. So to coordinate that could be why it took so long to get this all underway. They also had to wait, of course, for it to be over the Atlantic because the problem was concerns that it could cause a debris field, a very large one, that could impact people's property. It could cause damage, and it could also cause injuries or even deaths in some cases. You are watching this live, raw, and unfiltered right here on Live Now from Fox. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your day with us here. It is 2:42 on the East Coast and 11:42 on the West Coast. You are watching live, raw, and unfiltered as it appears that China spy balloon has been shot down over the Atlantic Ocean by the U.S. This has been a coordinated effort where the U.S. wants to go below it and capture whatever was inside so they can take a look at it rather than letting it sink into the ocean there. This was initially spotted over in Montana, you'll probably remember, a few days ago. Our very own Andrew Kraft actually spoke with the man who took that initial video and the photos that ended up all over social media. We saw this pretty much dominate the headlines, and it's what everyone is talking about on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whichever social media platform you are using. That is what so many people are talking about. But that right there does appear to be the balloon shot down over the Atlantic Ocean. We also know that President Biden had initially thought that he could shoot down the balloon over land when he was first told about it back on Tuesday, but we later learned from Pentagon officials they had advised against it, warning the potential risk to people on the ground did outweigh the assessment of potential Chinese intelligence gains. So, due to the concern over possible, I would say, injuries, deaths, property damage, they chose to wait until it did get over the Atlantic. And it appears right here that is what happened, and they have shot it down and will now go to collect the remnants to try to see what was inside. Earlier on today, as it was over Charlotte, North Carolina, we did see several planes that appeared, several aircraft that were circling around that balloon. It wasn't clear exactly what was going to happen, but we later learned that those aircraft were basically just surveying it and keeping an eye on it as it headed closer and closer. We know early on this morning it made its way over to Asheville, North Carolina. Then it kept going to Charlotte, North Carolina, and a short time ago flew over Myrtle Beach. I say a short time ago, but at this point it probably has been about 2 hours since it did first make its arrival there in Myrtle Beach, and now we're watching as it appears to have been shot down right before our eyes, live, raw, and unfiltered. And as we talk here, I am working to get you the latest information, as we know that FAA ground stop is, of course, still in effect until about 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. 2:45 is when that stop was initially expected to end. However, we have now learned that it's been extended to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. They obviously, the FAA, wanted no planes to be flying in this area as this was ongoing here. But again, the U.S. has downed that Chinese balloon off the Carolina coast, and an operation now underway to recover that debris. It does appear that it was a U.S. missile that was used to bring it down. We are waiting to learn more. It's not clear, though, if the Pentagon may hold some kind of news briefing today to provide more information, or if they might send out a statement. But we are going to keep in touch here with them. We'll keep an eye on all of that and bring you that information as we do get it. We're actually going to send it over right now to our other team. They are over in Phoenix. We have our two offices, one in Orlando and one in Phoenix. Our very own Andrew Kraft is standing by with an expert to help break all of this down. So I do actually want to send it over to him momentarily. For now, though, I am going to leave this up on your screen after that China spy balloon has been shot down over the Atlantic. You're watching Live Now from Fox.
All right, and this is Andrew Kraft here. We are taking over for Josh Breslow there in Orlando with Phoenix here. What a few past several minutes as we have just watched the Chinese spy balloon over the coast there, over the Atlantic Ocean, off the coast of the Carolinas. just be shot down. I want to play for you the moment. We kind of queued it up. Take a look at this. This isn't live. This was from mere minutes ago. And you can see kind of a poof of smoke, and then the balloon drops significantly in the air, some thousands of feet. Wait for it here. So you could kind of see it dissipate there. We're going to break down what exactly we just saw. This was mere minutes ago, and you can see the balloon kind of drop significantly, dissipate. You see that aircraft flying low underneath it. Let's bring into the conversation national security expert Hal Kempfer.